Hey guys, it's Jonathan from ProductivitySpartan.com. Today, I want to teach you how to use your emotions to be able to take massive action towards your goals, overcome laziness, and push through whenever you're experiencing obstacles. So, I recently read the book, actually this is my second time reading it, Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. And Tony teaches something in his book called the emotional triad. Now, the emotional state that you live in most often is what determines your actions that you're taking every day. The emotional state that you live in most often is going to determine the quality of those actions. It's going to determine how much action you're taking in your life and your capacity to overcome obstacles and to push through adversity. Now, there are three components to the emotional triad that Tony teaches. That is your physiology, your focus, and your language. And now I'm going to dive into each three components of the emotional triad. The first component is your physiology. Tony Robbins teaches that the fastest way to change how you feel, and therefore the actions that you take, is through your physiology. So I want you to think right now, when you are lazy or when you're procrastinating, what does your physiology look like? Are you, maybe if you're lazy, you're a little bit slouched over, maybe you're breathing very shallowly, maybe your face and your facial expressions are just kind of numb, you have the physiology of a lazy person. But what's really powerful is that at any moment that you choose, you can instantly change your physiology, and therefore you can change the way that you feel. Now, I want you to think, if you're lazy right now, if you're procrastinating right now, I want you to think, if you were an action taker, if you were somebody that just went into your goals 100%, you just gave it your all, what would your physiology look like? Maybe you would be standing with really good posture. What would your breathing be like? Would it be shallow or would it be more deep? You would be oxygenating your body more. What would you be doing with your hands? What would you be doing with your feet? Maybe you would be more expansive with your body. Maybe your hands and your feet would be more spread out. Maybe your eyes, what kind of look would you have in your eyes if you were an action taker? Maybe you would have that look in your eyes like, man, I got this. And if you actually try this out, you will instantly be able to change how you feel. It may not feel real at first because your body is so used to being in a certain emotional state of laziness, but what you're doing is you're challenging yourself to experience a new emotion. The emotion of confidence, the emotions of taking action, the emotion of the opposite of laziness. Okay, now the next component in the emotional triad is your language. What you are saying to yourself all throughout the day has a significant impact on your behavior. So, inside of your head all day and outside of your head, maybe you're saying to yourself that it's hard to take action. Maybe you're telling yourself that you are lazy. Maybe you're telling yourself that you are a procrastinator. And whatever you tell yourself again and again and again, you're eventually going to believe it. So by constantly telling yourself that you are lazy and that you are a procrastinator, you're making that part of your identity. And then when you try to take massive action towards your goals, you want to take action and you want to be an action taker, but it goes against your identity. And the strongest desire of human beings is to act in a way that's coherent with the way that we identify ourselves, even if we don't like the way that we do identify ourselves. So, by tapping into this part of yourself, you begin to change your identity. It sounds silly, but you have to try it out on your own to see. Whatever emotions you experience the most on a regular basis becomes your default way of being. And by using your physiology and your language in empowering ways, you'll begin to condition new parts of yourself that is confident. I don't care how lazy you are. I don't care how much of a procrastinator you are. You have the power at any moment that you choose to be able to tap into this part of yourself. Okay, actually, I need to go over the third component of the emotional triad. The third component of your emotional triad is your focus. Your focus is simply what you are focusing on inside of your head. Now, when you are lazy, a lot of times you're focusing on an image of yourself being lazy. And we do this without even realizing it, is that we visualize ourselves having these disempowering behaviors. And I'm also reading the book Psycho-Cybernetics right now. And this book just talks about how however you visualize yourself the most, that is what you will become, because your mental imagery sends the commands throughout your brain and nervous system for how you need to act, how you need to behave, and therefore your actions, and therefore your results in life. So your focus, it entails visualization. So start practicing even just 5, 15, or 20 minutes a day when you're very relaxed, like before you go to bed, because your brain is more receptive to these changes and new suggestions when your body is relaxed. When you're full of tension inside of your body and inside of your mind, your brain fights change. Your brain is just trying to stay comfortable, and it's in a constant state of homeostasis, trying to keep itself being the same way. So another really great way to change your focus is to use empowering questions. So, we ask ourselves questions that make us hate what we're doing. It makes us hate taking action. We might say these questions out loud, or we might be saying it inside of our head, or both. But your brain is designed in a way that whenever you ask it a question, it will come up with an answer. So if you ask yourself, like, man, why is this so hard? Like, why do I need to do this? Why is this task so difficult for me? Your brain is going to say, oh, well, it's difficult for you because of X, Y, Z. Now you can use the same method to actually enjoy the process and to actually get yourself to take action and to change your focus through questions. So come up with empowering questions. Ask yourself, why is this task important to me? What are going to be the benefits of doing this task? If you're having a hard time doing your homework and you just can't get yourself to do it, ask yourself, what do I love about this? And your first response might be nothing. Like, there's nothing good about my homework, or there's nothing good about working on my business, or there's nothing good about working hard at my job right now. But challenge yourself. If you keep asking yourself these questions, your brain will come up with empowering answers. Ask yourself, why do you love it? Ask yourself, what are going to be the benefits? What are going to be the rewards for taking these action steps every single day? It could be that by taking massive action studying, you're becoming more self-disciplined, and you're challenging yourself to do hard things, and that's going to translate to other areas of your life. So, how do you put this all together? Your focus, your physiology, and your language. How do you put it all together? One of the best ways is just to do it all at once. Create a ritual throughout the day. It can be 2 minutes long, it can be 5 minutes long, 10 minutes, or 20 minutes long. You can do this as your morning ritual, and you can change your physiology and challenge yourself throughout the day to change your physiology in an empowering way, and to take on the physiology of the person that you want to become, and eventually you will become that person. So challenge yourself throughout the day. Have a morning ritual where, if you exercise, that's going to create positive physiology that turns you into an action taker. Use affirmations and incantations as part of your morning ritual, or a ritual throughout the day. Use empowering questions throughout the day. And anytime you catch yourself, and as you develop that awareness of when you're being lazy, challenge yourself to change your physiology, challenge yourself to speak differently, challenge yourself to focus on different things in your head, more empowering things. It's going to feel weird at first because your brain is going to fight change, and our brain is in a constant state of homeostasis, and regardless of whether something is empowering or disempowering for us, our brain is constantly moving towards what it is most comfortable with. So you have to challenge your brain. And the more that you do this, and like I said, it's going to feel weird at first. If you're someone that's lazy or you're someone that doesn't have any confidence, when you first begin doing this, you're going to feel like an imposter. It's going to feel unnatural. But the more that you do this on a regular basis, it's like a muscle. The more that you condition it, the more it becomes your emotional home. It becomes your default way of being. So I hope this video helps you guys, and I just want to challenge you guys, with 2021 coming right around the corner, we want to make 2021 the best year yet, where we take massive action towards our goals. And one of the best tools that you can use to get yourself to take massive action towards your goals is by conditioning this new emotional state of confidence, of being an action taker, of pushing through adversity like no problem, pushing through the challenges in life to be able to achieve your goals. So I hope this video helps, and I hope that 2021 is the best year yet for you guys, and that you are able to make some massive progress towards your goals in your life. And that's it for now, and I will talk to you in the next video.